Hi everyone. Today I will show you how you make perfect, soft and tasty sannas which you can relish them for breakfast, lunch and dinner. To make sannas, we take 1.5 cup of idli rice and quarter cup of urad dal. We add 1.5 cup of idli rice and quarter cup of urad dal. Wash it nicely at least 4 times so that the water is clear, and then soak it for about 5 to 6 hours. I washed this 4 times and now you can see the clear water. Now soak this for about 5 hours or 6 hours is okay, and then you grind it. That is a very important procedure which I will show you after 5 hours. Now the rice and urad dal is soaked for about 5 to 6 hours and we are going to grind it. Before we grind, we need to prepare the yeast to add on to it. So we'll see how to prepare the yeast. I use this instant yeast. I'm taking about half a teaspoon, and then about half a teaspoon of sugar I'll add to it, and then add the lukewarm water. I'm just taking half a teaspoon of yeast and then half a teaspoon of sugar, add to it, then add the lukewarm water. Just give a stir. I will keep this container undisturbed for 5 minutes so that you can see the yeast coming up. And meanwhile, we'll start grinding the rice and dal. While grinding, we add required amount of salt and 2 teaspoons of sugar. Add little water and grind to a smooth paste. I have ground this batter into very fine paste. Now we add into the container. Now look at this yeast, it has puffed up. We can add this into this batter and then keep stirring it. I added the yeast into it and now see the consistency of this batter. This is little thick, so I will add little water into it. Water from the mixie I have just taken. Don't add more and keep stirring it. You can use your hands also to stir. Beat it well with your hand nicely. See the consistency, it should be thick enough. You can see the fingers. Yes. Now once this is done, what we do is we add a teaspoon of coconut oil or sunflower oil into it. This is optional, not compulsory that you have to add oil, but that texture will be nice if you add a teaspoon of oil into it. This is purely optional. Just added 1 teaspoon of oil. Stir it well. Once this is done, we just take one small onion, peel off the skin, and we add into it just to check the time it ferments. Now when I add to it, it will float. but when it ferments, it will sink and the batter will come up. So this is how we check whether it has fermented or no. Once this is done, we cover it. In summers, it will ferment in 3 hours. So you need to keep checking it. Otherwise, if it is winter, it will ferment about 6 hours. Batter is nicely fermented now. I am going to pour this in the greased vessels. I have filled the steamer with water, and now I'll wait for it to boil, and then I will keep the idli vessels or the sanna vessels and grease them first and then place it, and then only pour the batter. Grease these katoris where we are going to make sannas. Now the water is hot. See the steam coming up. We place the katoris now. They are already greased with the oil. And pour the batter. Only half the katori you have to pour. Now cover the lid and steam it for at least 12 to 15 minutes on medium to high flame. After 10 to 15 minutes now, we will check. Yes, it's come out so well. We will just remove them and cool them. We invert them on a white cloth and then cover it and keep it with a wet cloth for about 10 minutes to cool it down. This is a wet cloth. I am going to cover it with a wet cloth. Now it is cooled down, so we will remove the sannas from here. You can just take it out like this. See how beautifully it has come. See, the idli is so soft they have become. I'll cut it off and see. See the idlis. Soft and spongy. Sannas are ready. Nice soft sannas are ready. You can have it with any type of curry and you will really relish them.